And this is Awesome Life 101.
This is Awesome Life 101.
And today we're going to be talking more about the abundance mindset and specifically 10 tips for nurturing. Hi, Laura. 10 tips for nurturing your abundance mindset. So if you're ready to get started, you probably can guess tip number 1 to nurturing your abundance mindset. Any guesses? You want me to just tell you? You're trying to type frantically? Gratitude. Count your blessings every day, and not just in your own mind, but express your gratitude generously, freely. I was just thinking about it this morning, preparing to this call, and there are 3 people in my family. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 opportunities right there in my family to express gratitude on a daily basis. And it can be anything as small as, oh, you got your shoes on already? Oh, thank you so much for doing that. That makes mommy's life so much easier. God, every time you leave the house, there's so many opportunities to express gratitude. And so just really putting that as a focus. And I go to a lot of personal development workshops, and I watch a lot of personal development stuff, and it's kind of tossed away like, oh, think of 3 things you're grateful for. And I'm like, I don't know, coffee, tacos, and Toby, right? And it can be a little bit, treated a little bit frivolously. And so I just encourage you to develop a gratitude practice that comes from your soul, comes from your heart, and just work to deepen that every day. I know one of our members from Awesome Life 101 was on Toby Tuesdays. I love that. One of our members today posted on Facebook, like, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to wake up this morning and allowing me to be productive. And I just thought the thoughts were beautiful, as well as putting it out there on Facebook and spreading a practice of gratitude. So maybe that's enough on that. I just say, the more gratitude you express, I find that the more that comes to you. And, if you think about little children and maybe the stereotypes of, the greedy minded, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What am I going to get? That kind of mentality versus thank you so much. It's what I've always wanted. And think about how you're putting that out into the universe. So when people ask me, how's your business going? Right? I practice like counting my blessings and being grateful for all the blessings that we have. The opportunity to work side by side, to be there for my kids, and to be doing work that's truly fulfilling.
Meeting
for example. Anything else you want to say on gratitude before I move on? I kind of said a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, you said a lot. I mean, it's all about gratitude, and really, you really have to respect yourself. And really appreciate yourself, because we appreciate somebody else, but we don't appreciate ourselves, right? And it's very important when you start to really appreciate who you are, appreciate what you do, appreciate that you didn't finish all the work all day, but you did finish some of them. You be grateful for that, and that will help you. It will help you to
good point.
Move forward. Yeah.
It reminds me of when Snoop Dogg was like, I want to thank myself.
I thank myself, yeah.
Okay. Next step to developing your abundance mentality, your abundance mindset, is to dream big and get very clear on your dream. Everything that happens in your life begins in your heart and your mind. Every great achievement that's ever happened in all of history has begun in the mind of one person.
Yeah.
And that person, either on their own or by enrolling other people into their vision, made that thing come true. I mean, think about it. Big Ben, trains, airplanes, space travel, irrigation. Apple?
Apple, yeah.
Yeah. And you are as valuable a person to have a big dream as anybody else ever has been. And it is never too late.
Yeah.
So allow yourself space and time in your day to think big and to dream about what could be. Dream about possibilities for yourself, for your family, and for the world. And then share those dreams. And I'll get into that a little bit later. I'll also say if you had a dream, I was recently speaking to someone who said they always wanted to be a musician. And I'm encouraging them to go for it. Like, life is too short to not follow your dreams. And then the second thing to do is to get really, really clear on what it is. I heard an analogy this weekend. Think of the universe as a giant Amazon warehouse and you're placing an order.
Yeah.
So if you say, some person will say, I want a romantic partner. And the universe starts working on manifesting that for you. And then you think, actually, I'm so glad I live on my own. So the universe cancels that order. And then you say the next day, oh, I really wish I had a life partner. So the universe starts refilling that order. And you're like, but I hope that they're not this or that.
Yeah.
So it is important to get clarity. But once you get clarity, you've got to stick with and stay true to that vision and don't doubt or second guess your dreams. And I'm going to talk about some ways to conquer doubts and fears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything else on dreaming big and getting clarity?
Yeah, I mean, definitely you have to dream big, all right? You have to dream big because if you don't dream big, you don't see big stuff, right? I mean, if you dream to have a healthy life, just dream and imagine how you're gonna make your life healthier, right? Healthier. If you dream about going to college, get a high college degree and become a doctor or an engineer. If you dream about it, you have to dream, and you have to focus on that idea, on your dream. You know what I mean? Because a dream that never come to reality is not a dream. All right, so think about it.
Yeah, and it's easy to get distracted and confused. So, just stay clear, stay focused on your dream.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do work to intentionally recreate your dream, that's one thing, rather than just letting it flit here and there. I've done this in my past, right? Where you're just like chasing anything that passes by, especially with so much marketing out there these days.
Oh yeah, we've been around. We've done so many things in life. We trying to, because we trying to be successful, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to something new. It's like if it's one is not working, we trying another one. It's like we never stop, and that is wrong with that.
Nothing's wrong with that,
but
staying clear on the vision.
And the vision is important.
Hi, Philip. Glad you're here now.
Hi, Philip.
You'll have to start over because you missed some good stuff. Okay, tip number 3. I hope you have your notebook out. Number 1 is gratitude. Number 2 is dream big and get clarity. Number 3 is commit to living your dreams. Hi, Antoinette. Once you commit to living your dreams, then those fears and doubts really do start to fade away, and a completely new world is open to you. Once you're committed, you're going to start seeing that fulfillment of your dreams show up. You're going to start seeing opportunities where you never saw them before, and they may have even been there before, but you didn't notice them because you were not clear on what you were looking for. And so the other thing I'd say, once you commit to your dreams, after you're clear and you're committed, then that's the right time to start sharing your dreams with others.
Yeah.
And keep track of who your supporters are. Because when going gets tough and fears and doubts do come in, you want to know who your supporters are, who you can call up and say, I really believe in this dream, but I'm having a hard time right now. And they can help you. They can lift you up. And don't pay too much mind. Once you've committed to your dream, don't worry about the naysayers and the doubters. They are living in their own fear. Scarcity mindset. And you don't have to adopt that. But it's good to keep track of who they are too. So they can still be your friends and your loved ones, but you don't go to them for support with your dreams.
Yeah.
They're not ready to help you in that way, right? Maybe they're good friends for other reasons.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would add to that before I let Toby have another turn is just know that Awesome Life 101, that is the purpose of that space, is that you can share your dreams, and when you're struggling with them, you can share that too, and we are there to uplift each other and to support and give answers. And if you don't feel like putting it in the group, you can always text or DM Toby or I, and we're always there for you.
Well, yeah, definitely. We this group is all about lifting up somebody else, so we can have a more positive energy, in the world, right? We're here to help each other. That's why we create this group. We actually talked to the coach the other day about our niche, because our niche is very broad, okay? Because we don't want to discriminate nobody. And I was talking to the coach about it. I saying, look, you gotta understand that we've been trying to make this niche working out, but we don't want to discriminate nobody. And then we're like, I'm like, you know what? I want to make an Awesome Life 101. One is the first website that rich and poor and middle class will get together, because if rich and poor start to knowing each other, and getting each other's shoe, we might have a more, a sense of where we want to be in the future, in terms of respecting each other and lift up each other, to move forward in life. We're here to give, to support each other, that's what we're here for. I mean, that's why, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's go to the...
I did it already. So, gratitude, dream big, and have clarity on your dreams. Number 3, we just said, stay committed to your own dream. And then number 4 is focus on the value that you bring to other people. And even if you're doing a fitness goal and you're committed to losing a certain amount of body fat, how can you change your mindset so it's not just all about you? Because when it's all about you, it's easier to, I'd say, not take it so seriously, to give up. Yeah. But when you are doing it and you think about your value of your health and how you're going to then be available to your kids or your grandkids or the people that you work for in a better way, then it makes your challenges worth it, right? If it's just like, I want to fit into my skinny jeans, okay, if that really drives you enough, great. For me, it often isn't quite enough to get me there. But when I think about my health, long-term health, and being there for my family, then it makes those fitness goals worthwhile. And I'd say all the more so for business or creating a nonprofit or anything else that I've heard you guys talking about doing.
Yeah.
When you go to the beach and you think about or go to a lake, right? You go to a lake and you know that it is a limited amount of water in that lake, but you don't tell your kid stop using so much water, right? Because there's more than enough for your kid to build the sandcastle that they're trying to build. There is more than enough abundance in the world. There's more than enough ideas, knowledge, money, food in the world. And if we all come from that abundance mindset and we spread that, and I've stopped waiting for everybody else to catch on, trying to spread this mindset. We live it in our lives every day, but there's plenty.
Yeah.
There's plenty
Yeah.
out there, and we all have enough. And if you don't have enough, ask. Ask for what you need. Find the resources. There is enough for everybody out there. I truly believe that once we all start practicing sharing and abundance
Yeah,
mindset.
sharing abundant mindset. Positive thinking all the time. Yeah. Positive thinking.
So I'm not going to go back and keep counting them all. I'm afraid I'm going to not remember them all. So I'm going to move on to number 5. Attract and welcome opportunities into your life. So once you're practicing your abundance mindset, opportunities are going to be attracted to you. And if they're not, go back and work on number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you have to do. Opportunities will present themselves to you because you've become an attractive person. And if this is a struggle, if opportunities aren't presenting themselves, give us a call. Go back and watch the previous video. Watch steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. Once those opportunities start coming your way, then it's a question of discernment and discerning, is this opportunity going to take me as fast as possible in the direction that I want to go? Or is this opportunity actually a distraction from a more powerful opportunity that I could be taking?
Yeah.
So yeah, that question of discernment.
Yeah, actually, it's so many opportunities. I mean, for example, for me that I've been home for a year now. When I start the business, I work in the business. I had a more opportunity to check more things around, and find out. So there's so many opportunities out there. It's so many that I can't catch up with all of them. So I choose one. But there is so many opportunities right there that if you take a time a day, that you can just, instead you search Facebook and Instagram, you just go actually you search Google for opportunities. There is so many opportunities right there, and it's unbelievable how
But you have to first know what it is you're looking for.
You have to know yourself. You need to know what you want to be, what you want to do, who you want to serve, and then you start doing your research. Yeah, but you need to know yourself first, for sure.
So once you start following some of these opportunities, that's another time when mindset can start to waver. And so, it's kind of a cycle of always coming back and working on your mindset, no matter what opportunity or challenge you take on. You've got to stay focused on getting your mindset right, because that's what it's all about. And people who live, my darling husband sometimes calls it Scary City.
Yeah.
And I love that because I can tend to go to Scary City once in a while. And people who tend to live there, you can notice if you're thinking either or, like either security or self-expression, either safety or love, right? And you'll notice that your abundance mindset is really solid when you start thinking of both. We can have both and all, right? And you can notice that you can even test your friends and family and kind of see if they're in that either or mentality, or why not both type of mentality. And just keep in mind that when you work on improving yourself, you are improving the youth and vitality and beauty of your mind. So it will last longer, it'll be more radiant. So just put a lot of intentional time and effort into your mind and your mindset. And I would like to recommend some of my very favorites. Always Deepak Chopra, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you haven't checked him out, mind-blowing. You gonna go check on Shayla?
Yeah.
Thanks. And third, my newest favorite is Mark Allen, and I'm reading a book right now called The Magical Path, Creating the Life of Your Dreams and a World That Works for All. So I highly recommend those. for mindset type stuff. Sorry, our little one is being a little distracting. Next step is keep in mind that you are creating your own reality. And so make sure that you're creating a reality that is empowering to you and to others. With every thought and every action, you are actually creating and manifesting how the world, if you think about the ripple effect, right? So what's going to happen in the world? If I don't do my meditation this morning and I go out into some social space and I have interactions that aren't in integrity, and then that goes out and it ripples, I don't know how many thousands of people I've affected by not doing my work. So just think very carefully about how you are affecting the world. And you can choose to believe things that are empowering to you, or you can choose, but you must choose to ignore or to deny the things that are not empowering to you. You want to jump in, or should I move on?
Just move on. It's all about empower yourself. It's just about self-belief, self-trust.
And then empowering others.
Empowering others, empower others. But you have to empower yourself so you can empower others. You know. But we actually, we tend to taking care of other people's better than ourselves.
That's so true.
We intend to taking care of, our company, our managers better than ourselves, right? We intend to taking care of everybody else better than ourselves. We put ourselves always last, and that's exactly what is putting a lot of us, behind.
Well, and it creates a lot of stress that then actually goes out and affects all those people anyway.
Yeah.
So real, true self-care of, working on your mindset and giving yourself the rest and the love that you need.
And keep in mind that your self-care is not being selfish. You actually being selfish if you don't taking care of your own self. All right, so keep that in mind.
So I'd say a little bit more about what to do when doubts and fears rear their heads at you. And so you really, really, if you're not harnessing the power of affirmations, I strongly encourage you to either start that practice or get back into it. The word affirm literally means to make something firm. Think about how many times children have to hear the repetition of the ABCs. Hundreds of times before it comes a tool that comes naturally for their use, right? Years and years. And so if you're trying to change your mindset, words have unfathomable power, whether you say them aloud or think them or write them down. What you want to do is decide how you want to program your mind, because our minds are getting programmed all the time by whatever input we allow into them. And think about, I'm 45 years old, so 45 years worth of programming, some of which I was not aware of or intentional about. And there are a lot of mixed messages in there. So even though I have some empowering beliefs, I also have some disempowering beliefs. So you want to harness the power of affirmations. And once you write your affirmations, or you can find them online, I'm going to share a couple with you. Put them a few different places where you're going to see them several times a day. Keep them in your pocket so they're out whenever you go out. Maybe you want to say them or write them 25 times when you wake up and 25 times before you go to bed. And just be relentless until the time when these affirmations are popping in predictably. You can count on them, that they'll be there for you when you have a doubt or a fear. These are the words that'll pop in your mind. So currently, my two favorites are, I am peacefully productive. Because I used to have this either or mindset. I could be peaceful or I could be productive, but it was really hard to be both. So that's my affirmation. I am peacefully productive, right? someone calls me and says, how's your day going? It's going well. I'm being peacefully productive. And I'm just programming my mind that that's a possibility, that that is how my new reality is going to be. And my other one right now, I don't have it memorized, so I'm going to read it. I am creating total success in an easy and relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, in its own perfect time, for the highest good of all.
Amen.
I am creating total success in an easy and relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, in its own perfect time, for the highest good of all. God, if I could just get that memorized, right, where it just pops up all the time when I'm like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing here? I'm creating total success in an easy and relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, in its own perfect time, for the highest good of all.
Yes. Amen.
Two more. Number 9. You're going to realize your potential, right? We all have this potential, and you realize it by taking action. So once you've got your vision, you've done all the mindset work, get yourself a list of what are some steps, 1 or 2 or 3 or 20 steps that are going to take you in the right direction. Create a map and then take action. Every single day, no matter how you feel, no matter what comes up, you can take a step in the right direction. When I'm feeling particularly sick, or, I feel like I can't get out of bed, you can still do mindset work. You can still be messaging people on Facebook or making phone calls that you need to make. Whatever your vision is, take steps. It's like you're sitting at the top of a hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you just sit there and think about what you want to do, you're never going to get anywhere. But if you go ahead and take that first head dive down that hill, you can just roll, keep rolling, keep doing the stuff every day, a little bit more. It gets easier and easier. I remember when I was really nervous about doing these live calls and I didn't want to do them. And they just keep getting easier and easier. And I definitely feel the love coming from you guys. And that helps a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
The other thing, like if you're in a waiting room or you're in line for something, that's time when you can be, productive. Every moment is a time when you can be productive. You don't have to have a computer. You can be doing your affirmations. You can be checking emails, whatever. Just everything that comes up, it's just an obstacle to overcome. I like to, you think about yourself as the hero in your own movie. And so you just you're like, okay, great, an obstacle. Here's like a power scene where I'm going to overcome this thing that's really hard, rather than letting it get the best of you, because that doesn't happen in the movies, right?
No, it doesn't.
And doesn't happen in our reality that we're constructing. We don't let our circumstances get the best of us.
Yeah. I mean, life is tough, right? Life is tough. You a lot of information out there. Some good, some bad. But we have to make a choice, right? We have to make a choice. Which news we want to hear. What do we want from our life? We have to make a choice. What kind of people we wanted to have in our life, right? Because it also has to do with if you have a dream to be a successful person, you gotta find a successful person so you can follow.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to be successful and then you're following somebody that don't even care, don't even know the word success, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I'm talking about myself, for example. I don't usually follow nobody. I don't even know all the actors and stuff, because I don't care about it, right? But because I was in my scarcity mindset, back a year ago, right? Everything I thought was a lot of negativity because I was around a lot of negative people. Not because they are a bad person now, because they had the scarcity mind as well. So I learned from the mindset that oh, money is evil, you know, rich people has too much, they are selfish. I learned all that, and it was so wrong. It was so wrong, but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because I met so many rich people in my life that they are so great. They are so great.
Generous.
They're generous, very, very generous, and they give, they give, and then when you meet some scarcity mind people talk bad about rich people, like now I understand. So no, wait a minute, man. You need to be in their shoes, and to see that how much actually they are a giver. And that's why they have so much. All right.
You can have both.
You can have both. Yes, you can have both. I mean, of course, you can have both. I mean, there's a lot of rich people bad
With the scarcity mindset.
But with the scarcity mindset. I mean, I know a lot of multimillionaire people that is still a scarcity mindset. They don't spend a penny, and they go to McDonald's for lunch and dinner. They don't want to spend their money, but they have all the money in the world. But then I know others that can spend a lot of money in one day. It doesn't feel like it, right? But yeah, who I want to follow? I want to follow the one that is a giver. Is giving to the world. Is helping other people. That's what I want to follow.
Well, I think everybody. I mean, to globalize what you're saying is looking for mentors, looking for shining examples. Mm-hmm. And once we've conquered our fears and doubts, we're not comparing ourselves to them in a way that holds us back, but we are looking up to them and following, like the guide. If they've already got the map,
yeah,
right,
the guide. Because we don't need to make any map. The map's already been done.
Yeah. Well, but our own unique.
You have to make your unique. But yes, you follow somebody's footstep. So you can learn, so you can create your map.
Yes.
So that's a reality, right?
Yeah.
You follow somebody's footstep, and then you will go ahead. You create your map. And I believe that most people, successful people in the world, that's how they do. They follow successful people so they can be successful, later in life. But success is not overnight. I mean, well, if you win the lottery, yeah. If you win the lottery, yeah, that's good. But but even if you win the lottery, it doesn't make you still successful, right?
Right.
Yeah, of course, it's right here. It's in your mind. It's in your mind.
Last tip, number 10, is keep going. I already talked about keep going when you hit an obstacle, but this is keep going even after you achieve a goal. When you get a big win, you've achieved your goal. Maybe you've achieved that vision. You've found that perfect partner, or you've lost that body fat, or you've reached a certain level in your business. Make sure to take time to share your wins and practice gratitude with all the people who supported you and mentored you. And then decide what is next. Because a rolling stone collects no moss, flowing water doesn't get stagnant, and people who always are following new dreams are going to stay young and vital and healthy. So we are here for you. We encourage you, and let us know how we can support you.